this content is for kids.
It's not for kids.
Isn't that what I said?
No, it's not for kids. If you are 13 years or younger, this is not for you. Do I have to kill somebody in order to actually make that point across?
No, man, you don't have to kill
Wait
no one.
a second.
Oh, no.
When we return to our planet, the High Court may well sentence you to torture.
He likes movies, we like movies. Septum Sin versus the world. 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 I'd buy that for $1.
Greetings! You're watching Septum Sen versus the World. I'm Septum Sen. This is Kotobuki Jake.
Oh?
And we're here to show you what they got. Alright.
Interesting leak.
So we're going to have this a little bit closer.
Yep.
Again, we want to be able to hear and all that. But we're going to, I guess, have you start us off after we show you that beautiful movie footage.
Marion, don't you know it ain't safe to walk on streets at night? Marion, don't you know it ain't safe to walk on streets? Well, late last night in the city slums, I heard the screams of Miss Marion. She was punched square in the gut, straight down to the ground, picked up, carried off. Marion, don't you know it ain't safe to walk the streets at night? Marion, don't you know it ain't safe to walk the streets? Black warriors, you shouldn't have done this. Uppercut, spin kick, triple kick, hair grab, knee bash, a shoulder throw. I've been fighting my whole life, me and my brother, double dragon. I've been fighting my whole life, me and my brother, double dragon. I've been beat up, I've been whipped, been blown up, I've been cut, but my love is too strong to keep me down. I keep on fighting to the last bar. No Lobo, no shit. I beat them all, one by one by two, they all fall. Brother, how could you do it? You are the shadow boss, kingpin, spin kick, triple kick, hair grab, knee bash to win my girl back. And I've been fighting my whole life, me and my brother, double dragon. I've been fighting my whole life, me and my brother, double dragon. Wake up in the morning and I don't know what to do. Down on my luck, but I can always count on you. I got a handful of quarters, a pocket full of nothing. Oh yeah, I got a handful of quarters, a pocket full of nothing.
That was good movie footage, wasn't it?
Oh, it was lovely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That there's no Gundam. There is a Gundam Sale that was on not too long ago.
There is a Gundam Sale going on, right stuff. Right Stuff's big sale. There is Gundam galore on the sale.
Yep.
And lots of other stuff. It's dangerous.
But the Black Friday one's not super dangerous for me.
Oh, there's a lot of Aniplex on it.
There is a lot of Aniplex, but the only one that I even look at and say that's a really great deal, is Anohana. And the Blue Exorcist and stuff, I don't have that much interest in.
I don't know. Blue Exorcist, $80 for the whole series. Of
not
course, the
terrible,
whole
man.
series covers about
24
10 of the
episodes.
volumes of the manga.
Yeah, well.
They've got another series out. Well, anyway, enough of that. We'll get to that later. We're going to start with a nature documentary. I just heard about it, and I'm like, I want to see this. This is called Turtle Odyssey, and it's about sea turtles. And it's narrated by Russell Crowe, so you know he's going to have his little... He's probably got the turtle theme song to be like, floating around the world. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, no, bad South Park joke. Anyway, it should be pretty fun. Hopefully, very informative, I'm sure. I mean, those sea turtles, there's a lot of fun facts to be had there. The only thing is, you're going to get more enjoyment than I do because of your TV setup over here.
Yeah, I got a nice 4K set.
I know. This looks like something to watch in 4K if you can get it. Was it a 4K release? Or?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So have a look at it.
Actually, a nature documentary was the reason why I upgraded to Blu-ray the first time.
Yeah.
Planet Earth. And it was worth upgrading for. Just like with 4K, well, the reason why I upgraded to that is that my TV died. So, you know, it was more of, this is not so bad price-wise. Let's get something cool.
Yeah, I don't know. When it comes to nature documentaries, I'm like, the better the visuals, the better.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
it just depends on the film quality, though. Because
Yeah.
if it's low-quality film and you're doing it in up-res, it looks all grainy. So,
yeah, like those old Jacques Cousteau
Yeah.
ones, they're awesome, but they're not as high film, because they're from like the 70s, so, you know, do what you can do.
So Game of Thrones is coming out with its last season, Season 8, and a complete series set.
No more for the kiddies.
So mine is this. This is the first 7 seasons, which I got on Black Friday for a pretty darn good deal. And I'll just need to get the last one. I can wait another year. As you can see, I haven't approached it yet.
Right.
It's such a chore to go through all of it. There's so much of it. It's like looking at a shonen series, like, that's a lot of episodes.
One of the ones you're going to be doing here in just a moment.
It's like, that's a lot of episodes to be starting from the beginning.
Exactly.
So, I don't know. Maybe once I get that set, I'll probably be Black Friday of next year. I'll probably get it. You know, and then I'll have it complete, and that'll be good.
I have, as you have seen on the pickups, the first 5 seasons, and they're really nice sets. But unfortunately, only Season 5 is Blu-ray, and they're going to take up a hell of a lot more room than this little set does. So I would like to get a complete season. But anyway, speaking of shows that I need to watch, that I'm kind of sort of collecting, Doc Marten is up to Season 9. Now, I can't remember if we really talked about this. I think I presented the last season that came out. Doc Marten is a super popular series with our library, but it's fun. It's a Martin Clunes film based on a throwaway character from the movie Saving Grace, which I have not seen in years. I actually rented the movie back in college, and I enjoyed it a lot. I think it was a Brenda Blethyn film. And Clunes was a supporting character, and it spun off into a series, and it somehow has taken a life of its own, and it should be fun.
Well, my next one is one that may be worth getting, but the way I have 2 of these films, I really don't think I'll be getting them in this form, is Spider-Man is getting a set, and thanks to him coming back to Sony, Venom's included in the set, because Disney would never have allowed it. One of Disney's big things was that Venom would never be allowed to be in the same universe. Well, the current Tom Hardy Venom, anyway.
Yeah.
And now he is in the same universe. So you have a Spider-Man set with Spider-Man, Homecoming, which I've got a nice steel book here.
Right.
I do not have the I do have the overlay. It's just been packed. I got this cheap. So, you know, still it's nice having it. The person who I got it from just packed it like this, which is a bit much, but I guess it makes sense because the other one you can see, which is Into the Spider-Verse, which I got this fairly rare steelbook.
I'll say I couldn't get it.
You know, which is a pretty cool steelbook. And then it's Spider-Man Far From Home, I believe it is, and Venom.
Oh, wow.
So I don't have either of those. I might pick up Venom in Black Friday because it's going to be cheap.
Probably.
And I mean, it's already down to about $10, so it would be worth getting. And I'm sure that Far From Home will go down since it's now under Sony and not Disney's. We're going to always keep it at $20 level. So we'll hope on that. I still haven't seen that one yet.
Okay. Speaking of really fun movies, Camille Claudel is not one of those movies. But
So why do you have it?
Camille Claudel is getting a re-release this week. I have no idea if it's its first Blu-ray release, but it might be. If they did a good job with the upgrade, it will be worth getting on Blu-ray because it's about art and artists. And so if you do it right, you know. Camille Claudel is... it's been a while since I've seen it, and I am not an art historian, but it's based on real events, and I can't remember if she was a painter or a sculptor, but she was very heavily involved with a sculptor, a well-known one whose name is escaping me. But he was played in the film. Isabella Gianni plays Claudel. Gerard Depardieu plays the sculptor, the better known one, and they had a interesting relationship. It's a French film, and it's a biopic about French artists. I like French films, pretentious.
A foreign film. Oh, the evening is saved. I like French films, pretentious, boring French films. I like French films. 3 tickets, s'il vous plaît. Ow.
It definitely would make Jay Sherman happy. Let's put it that way. But if you are an art student and or if you're interested just in general in biopics, it's a well done biopic. It does have some really incredible acting and some cool looking art. But oh geez, it was tedious. But I do own it. I don't think I'll be upgrading, but it will be coming out.
After all of that. Well, this next one I'm really kind of psyched about. I just can't afford it right now. Shout Factory is releasing Big Trouble in Little China. I really like this film. I was mesmerized by it as a kid.
I need to see it.
It was just a really cool movie, kind of a fantasy movie. Some of the stereotypes wouldn't hold up very well today, but still, it is a really fun film. And you can see my DVD is kind of beat up, but I watched it a lot when I got it. And it's a really good one. I wouldn't mind getting the upgrade to Blu-ray if I can get it at a good price. That is the thought.
That's the kicker.
Because it is a fun movie. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It is fun.
Speaking of getting things at a good price, just in time to miss the Criterion sale are 2 Criterion titles. Although they sometimes extend it an extra week, so you might still catch them. And neither one is one that was high. Well, really, neither one was, frankly, on my radar, but now they are because they're Criterion. The Story of Temple Drake is an old film, 1933, I believe it is, that I believe was based on a Faulkner novel or story or what have you. And it apparently was highly controversial in its day. It is one that I have not heard much about, but I'm intrigued. It is getting a decent release. There's a fair bit of special features on there. Not as much as I generally hope for from Criterion, but enough to where it's like, this might be worth giving it a go.
Well, the next one is going to be one that I debated putting on this list, but it's one I saw originally on Mystery Science Theater, starring Estelle Winwood from Bewitched, and that's called The Magic Sword. I've seen that episode of Mystery Science Theater so many times. And, I still have the tape of it because it's hard to find a good release these days. It's not super expensive and scattered all over the place. But the Magic Sword itself is being released. And same just like, Santa Claus vs. the Martian's got a Blu-ray release. So it makes sense. Still, will I get it? It's debatable. If it comes down to a really cheap price, I might. It's because it's an interesting fantasy, but it is not a good film.
Is it a contender for the Tinfoil collection?
Potentially.
Okay. So, my next up, the Criterion collection, the other one coming out this week, is a film called Tunes of Glory. I don't remember the exact release date. I want to say early 50s. But it actually co-stars Alec Guinness as a military man. If I'm remembering correctly what I read about it, he's a military man who gets caught in a game of one-upsmanship with another military man. I don't remember if it's supposed to be more comedic or dramatic, whatever. It is... But Guinness is awesome. Anything he's in is usually worth a look. And unfortunately, this is getting a shite release from Criterion. There's very little in the way of special features for this. It's got a few features.
You'd
but
think with the age.
You'd think, and Alec Guinness, you'd think it would...
Yeah.
Criterion...
Dropping the ball.
Only do one a week if you don't have time for bonus features.
It's not really Criterion if it's just a transfer and
but
an essay.
I am curious about this one. It does catch my interest, if nothing else.
So this next one is the continuation of converting Bleach to Blu-ray. Of course, they're doing them in larger episode batches than they had on the original release, so if you want something slightly more compact, this is the way to do it. Set 5 includes episodes 112 to 139. So this is the closest equivalent to it in the DVD. This covers more episodes, because this is episode 110 to 145. But it's...
Over 3 sets.
Yeah, over 3 sets. So, I mean, that's pretty cool looking sets. I mean, it's all about where he's fighting the Arrancar and training to be a visored. So there's that super long-running series we alluded to earlier. Yeah, one of them.
Super long-running. Well, this one, if I remember correctly, has Orihime on the cover, so that right there is a selling point.
Yeah, it does.
Alright, so my next one is an anime. It's one called Mai Mai Miracle. I know very little about this. I just know it by reputation. And the reputation is generally pleasant. I have seen it mentioned several times as a show, as something people like. So, I'm curious. I'll give it a go eventually.
Reputation is he wants it.
Yes.
I can't fault it, because on the Sentai sale I actually did get one or two things purely by what I've heard, word of mouth.
Well, I did that several times in the last few days.
So I have of course another Essentials release is Koro Sensei Quest, which is their little chibi show that they did. They all have to do chibi shows. And essentially, what I've got here is the version that you're getting, except mine doesn't have Essentials on it, which means I paid more.
Which means yours is not essential.
Nope, not at all. I'm just,
This is a fun series.
I don't necessarily consider it essential to the thing. It's sort of like getting an Attack on Titan high and saying it's essential to the story of Attack on Titan.
Hey, I like that one. I'm actually very tempted. That's on sale this week, too. Yeah. So, my last one is one that is essential. It is. This is a great series. It's a lot of fun, and it's weird and messed up, and I love it. And it's a series that is called Is This a Zombie? So there's the original series. And then you got Is This a Zombie of the Dead was the second series. Apparently, Funimation's doing a complete series this week. So here is your basic gist of it. You've got the main guy who is a magical girl with a pink chainsaw because he accidentally stole her powers. But he's also a zombie who is brought back from the dead by this necromancer who never speaks. And when he imagines her speak, it's always a different famous Seiyu doing the voice.
That is actually, I had not noticed that on the back of that.
That,
Look at that. That's a pretty
that's
cool.
a cool, yeah, that's a good.
cover.
And then you've also got the Kyukeski vampire, the ninja or Kyukeski ninja. I mean the vampire ninja. And then you got the other vampire ninja who's the blonde, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got, because of course you have multiple vampire ninjas. So yeah, the main dude gets murdered and brought back to life by the necromancer as a zombie, and then it's a setup for basically hapless guy gets surrounded by more and more women in his household. Standard harem plot, but this is just the setup is so unique. And I mean, come on, dude who's a magical girl with a pink chainsaw. But it's fun series, and the ending theme is great too.
So many of you out here would really like this series.
I want that set.
Unfortunately, even on sale, it doesn't come under
I want
100.
that set.
I think it went down to 112.
I think it was 130 this go round, and it's already marked as unavailable.
So, you know, and this is a nice set.
Yeah.
Count as a nice series, but then you might want one that's a little bit more affordable. So, you can get this version, which just comes with the whole series, which is 2 seasons plus the movie. You don't get the soundtrack disc, which you're not missing a lot because it's just a smattering of it, and you don't get the little extras.
Oh, you don't get the
and-
chibi episodes? The omake?
I think you get the omake as part
So
of
that
it.
might be worth upgrading, because I don't have the omake.
But I have to. Don't hold me to that.
I want this set, but I may make do for the other. I have the original 4-part Bandai release of Season 1,
Yeah.
and the original 2-part, 3 if you count the movie, release from Sentai of Season 2 in the movie.
I used
and
to.
it looks really cool on the shelf, but that would look cooler.
Yes.
And if nothing else, the Ultimate Collection would be condensed.
I
and
had to
that's
upgrade to this. I
Yeah.
thought that it was going to be more of an inclusive soundtrack than it is, and it wasn't.
It should be. It's
It
freaking
should have been.
K-On!
Well, that's it.
Yep.
So I hope you've enjoyed this. Of course, click subscribe, share, and give us a comment of what you'd like to pick up this time around. And we will see you on the next one.
Bye.